Dear Lou, I've been doing A Course in Miracles for the last 21 years, and I generally go to about 4 retreats a year. Wow, that's nice. Okay. I always feel very peaceful after a retreat, but after a week or so, my thoughts of unhappiness come back. What can I do? Can you recommend a way that the peacefulness stays? 21 years of attending retreats. And when you start to attend retreats, it's just you're addicted to the retreats, because when you're in a retreat, you're in that state of present moment awareness. And you're present with those around you. And when you're present, no matter whether you are in a beautiful beach or a beautiful forest, and then you get back into activity and you lose the present moment awareness when you go into activity, the thoughts come back. And that's why after a week of having attended a retreat, you're back into thoughts of unhappiness. While you're at the retreat, you've acquired a new experience and you're captivated by the experience, and the thoughts aren't running wild. Think about it this way. Have you ever acquired anything that gave you perpetual peace? Have you ever bought yourself anything or gone anywhere where it's given you perpetual peace? If anything can be acquired, it can also be lost. Like a retreat. You go there in the retreat, you're present in the retreat. When you leave, it's lost because you acquired something. Your true self is always present amongst the turmoil and the nightmare of the dream. The self's always there. The I am is always there. The substrata in which everything appears and disappears. If you root yourself in that awareness, no matter where you are, no matter what happens in and around you, the contents of your subjective reality, if you root yourself in present moment awareness, things may come and go, but it doesn't shift that timelessness, that innocence, the true you always are and always will be. It's like watching a movie with the sound off, and no matter what's appearing, matters not, because you realize you are the projector. You are the cinema. You are the light with which you see the movie. If you think that a certain circumstance has to come about in order for you to be forever present, you never will be. Root yourself in the I amness. When you feel the content of experience, thoughts rise, attack thoughts come, return to I am. That's the time for the self-inquiry. To whom do these thoughts appear? Investigate the source of those thoughts, and you realize there is none. It's definitely not your thoughts. You've never had a single thought your entire life. You are thought through. Thoughts appear. You then engage and you think you're having thoughts, but you don't. You are the awareness of thought. And when you return to pure awareness, there's no thought. And therefore you're aware of nothing but awareness. Every time a thought intrudes on your awareness, return to present moment. Because what are thoughts? Where's a thought? Thought's always attached to past or future or the current unhappiness and resistance to what you call the present. But if you're resisting the present experience, subjective content of your experience, then you're not present. You're in the activity that you're resisting. Everything is showing up for you now, not for you to resist it, deny it, denounce it, push it away, detach from it. Everything's appearing to you to realize that you're interconnected with all of it, interdependent of all of it. And it's showing up for you so that you can see the log in your eye while you see splinters everywhere else. That what appears for you is appearing for your highest good, so that you can realize what you've done to yourself, Holy Son of God. You chose to fall asleep and create these elaborate stories of suffering and separation in order to keep yourself trapped in the suffering and separation, so that you don't go within and realize there is nothing which suffers and is separated. Because you're still looking for the fantasy, you're still looking for the adventure, but you want peace. You can't have both. Seek ye first the kingdom, seek ye first the joyful, silent peace. Return there. Why is it that you feel so peaceful at a retreat? Because you're present and you're in celebration and you've met what you think is like-minded people and you're sharing, you're aligned with everyone in the room, which is aligned with the alignment of the flow. When you're aligned with the flow, it flows through you. And when pure energy, pure light, pure awareness, pure love is flowing through you, there's no thought. And you're happy because you're essentially what you are, your essential nature, in flow. Now, can you do that? Can you be vigilant enough that no matter where you are, traffic, job, conversation, whatever seems to appear in the world, can you return to I am and align with that I amness? You've never lost it. It's always there. You simply say the words I am and return to pure awareness. And then pour yourself back in with that awareness. And that's what meditation's for. That's what the practice of meditation, quiet, silence, stillness. But you see people sitting like that. You don't have to sit in any position. It's all just a joke. You can lie down if you want to. You can do it while you're running. And all you do is you just center. Focus on the breathing if you need be, but become aware of that presence in which you abide. The truth can never be lost. The awareness can never be lost. It simply recedes when we take our awareness and put it as attention on the contents of experience. Recede from the contents of experience, bring the awareness back to the awareness of I am. And there you are. And there are the pieces. You don't have to go anywhere to do that. And in that, from that silent stillness, from that place of pure awareness, when the thoughts now come from pure awareness, you serve, you clean the filters through realizing I could see peace instead of this. Be fully okay with not being okay. Be fully okay with not being at peace in the contents of experience. Be fully okay with being wrapped up emotionally, emotionally charged, unhappy, feelings, emotions rising to the surface, tears and anger and or rage and depression. Be okay with all of it. Accept all of it as your subjective reality. All of it is you too, temporarily, but you too, nevertheless. Accept all of it. And then face it head on. And then practice forgiveness until it no longer affects you. It still pops up. It just doesn't affect you anymore. What was once upon a time a mean dragon spitting fire and growling is now a jelly baby, and you taste like licorice. Return to I am. Always return to I am. It's there. It's all pervading. It's always there. But face your shadows. Look at your unhappiness. Find the source of those thoughts. What are they alluding to? What is it that you wanted? What didn't turn out for you? Your expectations. We all know what expectation leads to. It's the mother of all. Present moment awareness. Always return to the self. That's the answer to everything. Silent stillness. Realize you are the silent stillness. The very essence of you is silent stillness. Return there. Be that knowingly. Stop wasting your money on retreats. You retreat to a retreat to be surrounded by other people. To retreat is to return to silent stillness. True retreat is abiding in silent stillness on your own. And then from that, pour yourself into the world. Go back in with that all-pervading awareness. I hope that brings clarity. The next one's fun. Dear Lou, blah, 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 blah. And then, why do you contradict so many spiritual teachers who are saying blah, blah, blah? And so it goes. Basically, what she's saying is, you contradict what many spiritual teachers are saying when it comes to spiritual bypassing. Can you please elaborate? I disagree with you. Blah, 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 blah. Angry little bunny. Thank you for the letters. So you're unhappy that I contradict the teachers that say bypass the whole thing. Why don't you just stick to what the other teachers are saying? If it works for you, why do you want me to change my mind? Is it because I've said other things that you agree with? Excuse me. If you really believe them, if you really believe the other teachers that say you shouldn't spiritually bypass, then you wouldn't be bothering with me. Clearly, you don't believe them. Clearly, something I've said has triggered the truth within you. Spiritual bypassing has become a buzzword. Oh, they're spiritually bypassing. And who's that? Who says that? People that are trapped in the psychology of human behavior. I want your money. I want you to come to them so they can fix you. I can't fix you. You can't fix me. We can't fix each other. We can ally and surrender to that which is the Lord God of our being. It's the Lord God of our being that fixes us. How does he fix us? By making us realize what is true and what is not true. And once we realize what is true, we no longer take what is not true seriously. No longer triggers us. Spiritual bypass. Hell yeah. Bypass the whole damn thing. How can you clean the filters of perception, your obstacles to peace, with the mind trapped in obstacles to peace, with the mind which is the filter of perception? You truly want peace? Be still and know I am. Return to self. You've had a holy instant, or else you wouldn't be here. You've had the glimpse into eternity. You've had that all-pervading peace, which is overwhelms any thought, quietens, brings it into stillness, and the stillness is all-pervading, and the peace of God fills you, transcends you into the knowing. Knowing of what? The knowing of I am. Pure, unadulterated, undifferentiated, eternal awareness. Now, from that place, if you abide long enough in there, if you practice that silent stillness, abiding long enough, so that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter what you face, the contents of experience do not intrude on the all-pervading awareness you are. From there, you return. And now you go clean because you're bringing the Lord God of your being into your awareness. Imagine cleaning a window with a dirty rug. Or, hey, the rug was clean. A window that was full of paint, wet paint. And you start cleaning this window with this rug. How long before the rug is dirty? No matter how much you wipe, you're just wiping the dirt, the paint all over the glass again. From trapped in duality, from trapped in your subjective reality, you want to use the tools of the dreaming mind to return to awake mind? You cannot. That's the psychological view. That's the psychologist's answer to everything. Now, there's a lot of people that use spirituality to negate, to push away from, to detach from the world, and use it as a way to escape cleaning the obstacles to peace. Don't do that. But return to pure awareness. Return to the being, the knowing of the I am. From that present moment awareness, now you pour yourself back into the world. So it's like taking that rug that you've cleaned it's now full of paint, and dipping it in pure clean water, running water. And you rub the clear, you squeeze the paint out of that until that rug is white again and clear again. And then you continue to wash until you've washed enough sufficient off the glass. And then you rinse it under water, holy present moment awareness water. And then you return and clean again. And what's doing the cleaning? The holy water, the holy memory, the holy present moment awareness. You bypass the whole fucking thing and return to from that vantage point. But now you don't bring that as a glorification of self. Oh, I'm above all this. I'm spiritually special. Teal Swan, great teacher. Listen to her. I've posted something on Facebook today. This is not about spiritual superiority. It's by engaging all of it. You can't detach or get. Remember, when you hear the word detach, you cannot detach. You're connected to all of it. How do you detach from that which is all you? How do you detach from the universe, from the planet, from others? When it's all you, you cannot detach. Throw that word away. Like empathy. I'm teaching you something new. Listen. Empathy is pure ego. Detachment is not possible. Compassion replaces empathy. The passion of the Christ, the love for all of yourself. You cannot detach. You're no longer attached to the outcome of the dream. Why? Because you're sure and totally clear in your mind. The outcome is awakening to self, the disappearance of the universe, the dissolving of the dream. There is no you, there is no I, there's only I am. The infinite lightness of being. Detach, absolutely. From what? From expectation. But be non-attached to all of it and realize I'm connected to all of it. You cannot detach from yourself. You don't chop your foot off because it's got cancer. You go for healing. And once it's healed, you use your foot again. Healed foot. When you hear spiritual concepts, especially those that are repeated over and over again, inquire. Is it true? Well, let's detach. Let's move to a cave. And then what? And you've just pushed the rest of yourself away. You need to love all of it, unconditionally. That's why great teachers like the Jesus came before us to show us amongst the sinners and the prostitutes and the taxpayer and the tax collectors, where no one else would go. He would go and connect with all of it because they're all him. We're all one indivisible self, one. From a state of pure present awareness, now you clean the filter. But you first got to get to that awareness. And how do you get to that awareness? You're already there. You've had it. You know it. It's the silent stillness within. I am. We can't fix anything. I can't fix you. You can't fix me. I cannot heal the world. The light of awareness that flows through me, the essence of what I truly am in absolute truth, when that shines through me, for me, and for all of us, that heals us. We can't fix ourselves. We can't psychoanalyze ourselves. Can't do what's doing shadow work. It's facing your shadows. Integrate. And what are you doing? You're integrating the shadows into the light. Integration. And what happens when you integrate a shadow into the light? Shadow's gone. So you bring it into awareness, you face it on, and you've got the tools, forgive. What does true forgiveness mean? You look upon it, you see what it's showing you, and then you realize it never really happened. So what's true forgiveness? It never happened. It's a recognition. I've done this to myself. And in actual fact, I just dreamt it, so it's never real. In my absolute shared reality with the Lord God of my being. So of course I'm going to say bypass the whole damn fucking joke. Because it's a joke. Now, I'm not saying deny your current body and body-mind subjective reality. Of course, denying the illusion is no way to transcend the illusion. But recognize it for what it is from a state of pure awareness. And then pour yourself back in. You don't go around telling people the world's an illusion. You've done this to yourself. Unless they're sufficiently at a level of awareness where you're reminding them what do they already know. You've done this to yourself. But you don't go to a child or someone that's struggling with a trauma, someone that's just been attacked or abused or raped or something. Oh, you've done this to yourself. A little child that's come into this world and they've been bullied, and you go, well, you chose this before you incarnated. Don't be an idiot your whole life. You've been an idiot for lifetimes now. It's enough to be enough in being an idiot. Now let's be gentle and share ourselves lovingly and compassionately, passion of the Christ for the rest of ourselves. Hence, you cannot detach. You return to a present moment awareness. You return to the all-pervading presence of self, Christ mind, right-mindedness. And from a right-minded place, you now pour back in. And you clean and you rinse, and you clean and you rinse. And before you know it, the glass is clean and you rinse the cloth. Before you know, there's no glass and there's no clock, and there's just the light of awareness. From firmly anchored in the I am, and then we pull back in. Then you fully engage. Then you love all of your fractured selves. Don't deny, don't detach. No spiritual superiority. Don't use it to reject yourself. Reject. Oh, that's toxic. Oh, I don't want any of that. You go into the toxic place and you pour the light in. What are you forgiving? Yourself falling asleep. What are you forgiving? If you recognize I just dreamt, I've just fell asleep and dreamt of nothing, you're really forgiving. Tiny mad idea. There's nothing to forgive. You've already woken self. You know you're the Holy Son of God. You've come so much further than you have in any of your past hundreds of incarnations. You're already here, awake to self. When you finally put this body down, you already know I am, God is. What else you want to know? You're ready to return to Christ's mind. But while you're here in physical body, you're doing forgiveness for the rest of yourselves, because it's only one self forgiving itself for nothing. Don't deny the illusion. Embrace it, engage it, love it for the truth, the substrata in which it appears. Be you present, be you that knowing, be you that Christ that walks this earth here now. I hope that's clear.